Welcome to my daily live streams. I'm mayohosko. Thank you so much for watching. I'm building sets from my backlog from the LEGO group, who are worth billions and billions of dollars, and it is still extremely cold here. So now I'm at the point where I have to turn on the heater just to be able to do these streams. It's gotten that bad. I'm so goddamn cold. I'm now sleeping with a jumper on because it's so cold. I can't stand this cold. At the start of winter, we were having rainy weather. Now we're having frosty weather. I much prefer the rain over frost. Oh my God, I can't deal with this. So I'm going to be out here for a lot of the day with the heater on. And I dread to think what it's like on the weather app right now. So what I'm going to do is, while I wait for people to come into the chat, I'm going to stand up and wait for the room to warm up with the heater on in the background. I woke up 15 minutes ago, so I gave myself 10 minutes for my eyes to open up. So my eyes have opened up. It's just that I'm shivering still, just like what I was at the start of yesterday's live stream. Although I can see Alexandria and Billy are here. So yeah, hopefully we can get some more people in the chat as well. I'm shivering like crazy, and hopefully this room can warm up soon. But I was thinking about some things, because Reckless Ben has a court case on Monday the 30th of June. And so what I want to do is I want to time the upload of my video covering that scandal to be the day before that court case happens. I think that'll be a good time to release the video. Now, I'm still in the middle of writing the script about it. I think that'd be a good moment to say, okay, this is what happened. This is what has happened so far. And then there was another court case about this. And I'm probably going to conclude the video by saying, I hope that Ben gets the restraining order that was put upon him removed from him, and that there can be a pathway to returning what was stolen to the victims in all of this. And so I have a link in the description where I first learned about the date of that court hearing. And it was by a guy named Kelton Davis. I forget if I've talked about him before, but he's a vintage LEGO channel, and he's reviewed and ranked a whole bunch of themes from the past. And I think he tries to upload at least once per month. He's been uploading a little bit more frequently lately because of his dealings with bricks and minifigures. And in his latest video, he was talking about his reaction to Chrystal's reaction to his video about the time he bought a set from the Bricks and Minifigures location that Chrystal and Ben Gorman used to operate. And that was the Bandit's Secret Hideout from the Wild Western theme back in the 90s. And the Wild West theme is what it was called in Europe, and it was called the Western theme in North America, for those who don't know. And Bandit's Secret Hideout is probably my third favorite set from the Western theme. There's not too many sets in there, and they kind of divided it up between the Cowboys and the Bandits versus the Indians, because they had the Cowboys and the Bandits sets in 1996, and then they had the Indians sets in 1997. So there's kind of like two distinct waves of there. So Bandit's Secret Hideout is probably my third favorite of the Cowboys type sets. One is obviously the Fort Lego Rado. I mean, how could you not? No, sorry, not the Fort Lego Rado, the Fort Lego Rado, as some people get that mixed up. Even I sometimes. Second is the Gold City Junction, and third is the Bandit's Secret Hideout. I always think that people get enamored. Honestly, I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent. People get enamored with the Dynamite play feature in the Sheriff's Lockup, not realizing that the rest of the set is just kind of okay. Like, the Bandit's Secret Hideout is better because it has way more play features. The Fort Lego Rado is just a more intrinsically interesting building. And some people might be surprised some people might be surprised, but I like the Gold City Junction even more than the Bandit's Secret Hideout or the Sheriff's Lockup, and then you get all the other small sets. And I got to say that, with the Indian sets, I can never decide between Boulder Cliff Canyon and Rapid River Village. Also, I see Zelda out there as well. I'm just standing up, trying to warm up. The room is getting slightly warmer. And we're just waiting for more people in chat to actually build with the bricks today. But I'm just going on some rambling about stuff until the room does warm up and I can actually feel like sitting down, because I am sick of the cold weather. I'm sick of this, man. I'm so sick of this. I'm jealous of someone in Europe who has a 100 degree Fahrenheit day. Yes, that might be the craziest thing that you've heard all week, to say someone is jealous of someone else who's going through a 100 degree day. But someone was telling me yesterday that when they went to the bus stop, it was a 0 degree wind chill. I'm talking Celsius, not Fahrenheit. A 0 degree wind chill. Now, as an Australian, I'm conditioned more towards hot weather than cold weather. Now, if it was a 100 degree Fahrenheit day, which is 37.8 or something degrees Celsius, I would just be blasting a fan and I would have the air conditioner on at the same time, and I could get the wind chill from 38 degrees to 30, for example. I mean, it would still be hot as hell, but I'm more conditioned to that weather than the 0 degree wind chill. And so the person who's going through that feels the opposite. And we were joking in someone's live stream chat earlier today that we should trade weather, and that's not the first time that people have proposed to trade weather with me when they've been going through extreme heat, and I've been going through extreme cold, and yeah, so wild times in worldwide weather right now. I think I've warmed up. Let's come sit down, see what people are saying. Oh my God. Well, what are people saying? Thank you for your feelings, Alexandria. I'm here. I don't have the weather app on me right now. They are great videos. What about Chris Pratt? You know, I have a conversion chart on my phone that I put on my notes app. But yeah, I realized that with whatever my degrees are in Celsius, it converts to, I can't deal with temperatures under 50 degrees Fahrenheit. I can't deal with anything below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like 9 or 8 degrees Celsius. I can't deal with that at all. I really can't. And there's that stat that the Miami Dolphins in the NFL always lose games when the temperature is below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. But yeah, it's crazy weather. The minifig with the camera on your build looks nearly. Oh, I see. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, it's a nice minifigure, and it's a nice minifigure because it shares the torso as one of the British sig figs I traded for. Hello, Nikki Inver 19. So we should normalize kissing and cuddling with the homies. Well, that would warm us up in the winter time. Am I right? That would warm us up. Yeah. So let's wait for at least one more person in the chat before we start building today. Can talk about anything we want to talk about. Oh my God. But the room is getting slightly warmer. Yeah. So for those who didn't get here at the start of the stream, basically the big breaking news in the Bricks and Minifigure scandal is that Ben does have another scheduled court case for the 30th of June. That's on Monday, or that's my Monday. For all of you Americans out there, it's next Monday because it's still your Monday, right? It's still your Monday right now. And is someone running a power tool? Oh, that was a weird noise. Yeah. So I want to time the release of my video talking about the BAM scandal. Yeah, I think someone's running a power tool outside. One time, my upload of my video about the BAM scandal to be the day before that court case, and so hopefully Ben can get his restraining order overturned and be able to upload the part 3 of his video series covering the scandal. That's what I hope Ben can get out of that court case. Oh, you're saving sets for the 24-hour live stream. Nice. See, I ordered the Tintin rocket to get the Leonardo da Vinci minifigure in that GWP. As I was saying previously, I contemplated buying the Leonardo da Vinci's flying machine, but I haven't yet. I'm not sure if that set's still available or not. So when people were telling me on my live streams, and then when I was watching some other live streams, that they're putting him into a GWP, I was like, this is perfect. This is perfect. And so, yeah, I pulled the trigger and I bought the Tintin rocket. So on my 24-hour live stream, which will be on Saturday, the 18th of July, I will probably the main set I will be building is the Tintin rocket. Yeah, so we can get excited to build the Tintin rocket. And who knows, maybe I might still be building this set by then. Depends on how many people we can get into my live stream chats to actually warrant building with the bricks instead of just talking to everyone. Yeah, my opinions about that have changed. Yeah, we all hope Ben's efforts means that Brian gets compensated on behalf of his father, because some people might not know it's not Brian's collection, it's Brian's father's collection. Brian was the custodian of the collection for his father. Yeah. I think this is a quiet night tonight. Yeah, so I don't think we'll have any more people in the chat. It's just a gut feeling. How do you like the build so far? Well, I can't judge that much, but I like the rocky terrain in this, and there's a lot of small details, and there's some funny details like the crab holding the ice cream. I like that. It's fun. And just looking at the instructions, it's going to be an interesting look to see them use the ingot pieces as window shutters. That's the first time I've seen them do that technique in a set. Because once upon a time they actually had movable shutters, but they don't do that anymore. And I think they stopped doing that for fragility reasons. But I still wish they did do that. Because it would be more playable if they still did do that. But alas, they don't. I have some of the second generation shutters that were way bigger because it got them in a window parts pack. Back when I went, that was back in the 2000s when we went to a Legoland Discovery Center. Yeah. Yeah, we will be ending this stream after, well, at the half an hour mark. I think Monday nights are one of my more quieter days. Slowly getting warmer, but my fingers are still cold. And also, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I got tagged in a post and invited to collaborate on a post of the convention I'm going to in August. Hey, Johnny. If there were more people here, we would be building this set. But we're just talking. See, I would rather rain over the frosty cold. Because every time the weather transitions from rain to frosty cold, it reminds me of the season 4 episode of TTTE called Special Funnel, where the rain washes away a bridge, and then it's repaired when the weather turns frosty cold, and then someone loses their funnel to an icicle. I don't like ice either. This year and last year, we've had hail for the first time in a few years. And there was hail outside my window. And that's when I took photos of the hail and posted that on Facebook. And also, Alexandria, because you're American, there's a double entendre in hating ice. If you want to go there. You know it. Illinois #1 for tornadoes this season. Not sure what you think of that. Well, is Illinois in Tornado Alley? Because when I think of Tornado Alley, I don't think of Illinois. I think of the Sun Belt and the mountain states. Illinois and Minnesota and Indiana and Iowa and some other states like that are in Tornado Alley, but they're not mountain states and they're not Sunbelt states. Exactly. Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska are in the Sunbelt. Actually, Kansas might not be in the Sunbelt, but Kansas is definitely in middle America. I forget on maps where they draw the distinctions between the Sunbelt and the rest. Because, like, if I remember correctly, the South is more north than the Sunbelt, east of the Mississippi, and then when the South becomes southwest in the Mississippi, west of the Mississippi, the Sunbelt becomes more north than the Southwest. Yeah, I need to brush up on that part of geography again. People tell me the same thing about Twister. I mean, hell, Clicking Cliff and JDP Builds made mocks off of that to pick up from the movie Twister. Sorry, my mouse wasn't moving properly. "30 more seconds. Anyone have any last minute thoughts? We're going to be ending soon. Yeah, they both made videos about that on their channels a while ago, and they both talked about how they did that. Anyway, thanks for watching this stream. It is appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I'm going to continue warming myself up. So I'll see you on the next live stream tomorrow. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.